Hi guys, what is going on, and welcome to the Elder Scrolls Total War. I can't believe I have never actually come across this mod before. I actually recently saw it on Pixelated Apollo's channel and I thought, damn, I have to check this out. I'm a real big fan of the Elder Scrolls series, particularly Oblivion. That for me was the peak of game production. And yeah, we just come across this. And boy is it epic. It is basically a mod for Medieval 2. And it basically changes the whole world into the Cyrodiil, the whole map. And there's the whole different factions. Obviously, I mean, how can you not want to play as Cyrodiil, Septim, and the Empire? See, obviously, the Imperials right here in the centre. Then, of course, we've got, you know, like Skyrim, Daggerfall, some of the various games, obviously, that have been based in the different regions. All of the different kingdoms, some big, some small, the Aldmeri Dominion. See some of the high elves type characters. And just look, and they've actually really factored in all the different houses and all the different areas. What a cool game. So we've got all this basically to play with. I mean, come on, we have to play as Cyrodiil, the Cyrodiil Empire, and play as the Imperials. So let's actually hop into a game, take a look at kind of, because they completely reworked the whole world, and yeah, I'm seriously impressed. So let's hop into the actual game and take a bit of a look. So, we are into the actual campaign map, and of course, as all campaigns should, start off at the Imperial City. And basically, they've changed the whole world, and you'll start to recognise, obviously, the little village of Way. Then we've got Bruma in the Cloud Ruler Temple. We even get Joffrey and the Blades stationed out here, because they've changed all the units as well to represent the various sort of units that you get in the game. Take a look at like places like Bruma. We get like the Town Guard, because he's the sort of the militia defending him. Obviously, Bird being the actual governor of the town. So then, of course, we get the sort of more elite units if we found, say, some of our Imperial legions, our legionary cohorts, much better quality swordsmen, much better defense and attack. And then, yeah, they've really done the whole map. We've got Coral, even because the Oblivion Gates haven't yet opened at this time. So Kvatch is actually still a city that still exists. You can actually see, you can even see, look, the like the cathedral that gets burned out that you fight sort of in the opening part of the Oblivion game. So that's really, really cool for me. And of course, Anvil, and then we've got sort of the Aldmeri a bit further down into the south as we head into the desert regions. But you can kind of see you've got Breville, and then Leowyn should be down here, which it is. We have a little bit of a fleet here as well to help sort of defend as needed. Border watching, they put some of the forts in as well, Double Cross and places like that. Fort Cooper. This looks a little bit of some Dunmer rebels over here that we may go and take a look at and see if we can flatten to expand our dominion a little bit further. Shadenhall. So yeah, they've basically completely reworked the medieval map to kind of give this game quite an immersive feel. We have, as the sort of the Imperials, we've got a few settlements further out as well. We actually hold some land over here, which I think was taken relatively recently. Some sort of light legionary spearmen and stuff over here. Some of the auxiliary cohort archers. And then we've got Ebonheart Castle, quite a big sort of fortress here, now down near Vivac and the Indori. We've also got a little bit of an army up here, who we might actually look at kind of moving up a little bit, because I was thinking about trying to completely clear this island, because I think it's mostly got rebels. Let's avoid him if we can. We'll go and pick him up with the... I don't think we'll get on that turn. No, we won't. The next turn, we can move these guys over to Fort Frostmouth, and we can look to try and clear out the island. That would be the ideal situation. So, well, actually, let's play a little bit of this. We've got our Imperials moving up to attack this old Marek fortress over there, but I think they're a little bit of a while away. I've kind of been slowly clearing out a few of my garrison units because upkeep is pretty expensive at the moment, and I kind of got quite a lot of territory to look after, and we can't really afford to have a full stack of units everywhere. The one thing I wanted to put out, we even get Count Hasseldor, the vampire, for Skingred. The attention to detail is really quite nice. I love that sort of little thing. Anyway, let's go to the next turn. I like how we get the Skyrim sounds as we go through to the next turn. It's really well done. Obviously, Skyrim is up here, kind of in the north, where we're playing around a bit at the moment. Because in the Skyrim game, take the rebel settlement of Thirsk. Oh, that is actually what I'm working towards doing.
Good luck out there. it. Imperial business. Be on your way.
Wow, we're actually here. Let's lay siege to first. Okay, let's actually hop into the battle then. Right, we just have to listen to the music before we can actually hop into the battle. Won't be long. It's just such a great piece of Oblivion music. Ah, love it. Okay, okay. Let's go to war. So, we shall load in. I also like the fact they've updated all the little quotes and sayings for various things throughout the world, and it's really kind of cool, particularly when they reference books from the Skyrim and Oblivion games and things like that. It just adds that little bit to it. Wow, the music is so epic. Okay, so our legions are here, and we are starting our deployment. So let's have a look what we have got. So we have basically got 3 units of archers. God, it takes a little bit of getting used to, because I'm not used to Medieval 2 controls, because it's been a while since I played it. So we actually have some cohort spearmen. These look pretty cool. Then behind them we have some swordsmen, more spearmen, and then we've got 3 units of archers. Let's change our archer layout slightly here. Firstly, to put them into a group and put them into a slightly neater order. Wow, they changed the abilities quite a lot. Okay, so they start off with a flaming arrow ability. We'll disable Sturm's Goad and stick them onto guard mode in case we actually get attacked. We of course have our general with a hell of a bodyguard he gets with him. Look at these. Oh god, they really are like proper Imperials. Okay. They look cool. Oh, I like that very much. What about the actual leader on the end? Oh, he's got a flag! Everyone needs a flag, and that probably is my general right there. Okay, we'll stick him out on the flanks. And let's group these guys together into a group. Oops, not like that. I want to go into a line formation. Thank you. Make a bit of a neater line there, please. Okay, to war! Well, we are actually technically assaulting the settlement, so presumably we're going to have to do the attacking here. Get our legionaries. The Imperials advance in relative disarray. Yeah. Okay. Okay, let's get everyone moving up. We don't really know what they've got. We can sort of zoom in a bit. Oh wow, they've got bears on their head. God, they look kind of like a Falksman type people. Damn, they've got some big old axes as well. Should be quite vulnerable to archers, you would think. But that is only going on past Total War experience. That's not representative of any real Skyrim experience. Okay, come on. Let's double time it, people. Otherwise we're going to be here all day. Come on, form up, form up. Let me drag you into a bit of a tighter blob. Like that, and then we'll drag you archers further down like that. And maybe we'll start to get close enough to be in range soon. We can hope anyway. Oh, come on people, double time it. Looks like the enemy is staying firmly inside the town. Okay, cool. What's the range on these archers? Not actually that bad. Let's just put them forwards as a blob. We can always retreat them as and when the enemy inevitably charges at us. Some Skal warriors. Okay, let's go back a little bit forward time. Forward time! Let me just attack these guys. Imperials! Ideally take aim. Well, some of you at least are taking aim. Ooh, some slightly skyward arrows going on there by the looks of it. Oh, we've actually got some enemy archers returning fire on us. Let's get the fire in on these hunters if we can. Oh yeah, we're actually doing a decent job here. We may be getting some of the enemy melee infantry coming out, because we are quite the blob here. We've not done much in the way of spacing. But we are at least fighting. Some of the Scout Warriors are starting to come forwards now. As they advance, we'll pull back behind our lines. Yeah, in fact, let's do that. Double time, pull back, reform. Because we're making a terrible hash of this. Oh, don't run away again. The whole point of me doing this was to get you to be able to be in range to shoot you. Okay, there we go. Now we're getting some good hits against these hunters. We're doing our range damage. This is what we wanted. They do look pretty cool though, don't they? Some rubber skull. I love these type falcons looking like weapons. Okay, let's get some of the Imperial guards going forwards. Company, advance! Some Imperial swordsmen. Oh, let's double time it. God, I've actually taken quite a bit of damage because we're being shot at by all the enemy range stuff. At least our archers are looking a little bit more like a proper formation though now. Right, what have we got? Scar Warriors. Light Infantry. What, are we a light infantry? No, we're a heavy infantry. Do we have any abilities? Shield Wall? What does this do? I may have done this a little bit late, really. If I'm honest. Yeah, let's just come out of Shield Wall. I think we can worry about that at a different time. Garbo War, withdraw. No, basically just the general attack stuff. So, those guys are kind of engaging in hand-to-hand. The rest of our archers should be keeping up a decent base of fire, hopefully on the guys at the back. Draw! Loose! Yes, they are. Good job, good job. Oh, God, that is a volley of arrows. Look at the amount of casualties we are starting to cause here. 20% of the enemy force is dead already, and our legion is now heavily engaged in combat. Right, let's send forward some reinforcements. These are spearmen, so we'll have a mix of swords and spears into the fight. These also have the ability to form a shield wall. We should have done that before the fight to actually try that out. But, oh well, worry not. Well, we can set one of these actually in shield wall. Shield wall! See what that actually does. So we should be starting to cause quite a few casualties now, which we are. The Imperials are starting to drive forwards into these Scowl rebels, particularly with the archer fire overhead. That's what's really devastating, to be honest. Look at the casualties we're starting to cause over here. Scowl Hunters as a unit is pretty much decimated. They still have some reinforcements, but not enough to really make any much of a difference for them. Drive forwards, Imperials! And then we've got the spears at the back. Let's have a look about flanking now with our general. Might as well put him to work. Our archers have got quite a lot of ammo so they can keep firing. Come on, Imperial bodyguard, let's do your worst. Against some of these hunters. Yes. Oh, it's going to come out perfectly.
Good tidings.
Oh, the enemy general is dead as well.
Sent the base cur to hell.
Not that they actually are ever going to retreat from this battle, because that's not really how it works. Come on, mighty Imperials! I doubt they're actually going to get a charge off because of the way this town works, but let's get stuck into these Scowl Warriors. I don't know how we're going to do against these. Shoot at those guys. Well, you should be able to anyway. So, casualties. We're taking a few. I think we've got 2 Imperials so far. They are sending in a fair few reinforcements, so it does have to be said. We may have come a little bit too early there with some of our guys here. Come on, let's start to push hard. We may slightly have overdone this. Although to be fair, we are causing kills as well. It's not quite as quickly as we would have liked. Let's get our guys just getting some damage on them, even if it means they have to push forwards. These Scowl Warriors are down to just 15, and then there's 50 after that. So we're starting to make a bit of a dent now. These guys should come in range. Oh, they're the cohort spearmen coming around to reinforce. What sort of casualties are we causing? Not really enough. I think we're going to pull back out with our general. Retreat, Imperials! Retreat! Let's take some casualties doing that. As long as the actual general gets out alive, that's really what we need. The enemy general's dead. We don't want ours to die as well. Okay. Well, that didn't go quite according to plan. Our archers should be looking to open fire now, which they are. Rain down some death and destruction on these enemy Skal hunters. Actually been quite a tough battle. I think we're going to win. Well, I'm confident we'll win.
The battle is very much in our favor.
Oh, there we go. Even the computer thinks we're going to win. Let's get this on speeding up a little bit now as we start to cut through these Skal warriors. Legion's actually, to be fair, had a fair old fight of it, to be honest. It looks like we're taking an awful lot of casualties from some of the enemy archers. Let's go and recharge them again. Because really we could do with getting in on those hunters. Bit of a straighter line. I wonder if we could actually get a proper charge off this time. No, I doubt it. It looks like they are just sort of a heavy sword cavalry. I don't think they do charging. Right, let's get stuck in with these guys. At least it's only one unit this time. So we're trying to get some missiles in on these Skal hunters. We're still getting bogged down by all these warriors. It's like almost a full unit here now. And the arrows are flying in fast. Fighting against these guys. It's starting to cause quite a few casualties against this unit. Hopefully we should just be able to wipe this unit out. Particularly as they get low, we should start to envelop them, hopefully. We are starting to take quite a few bodyguard losses though, but they will naturally heal themselves after the battle. So long as the general himself doesn't actually die, then we should be okay. Keep pushing, legions! Keep pushing! Might as well throw in the final cohort, to be honest, haven't we? We should be flinging in arrows back up against these guys, but it's going to be rather difficult to get the kills on them, I think. Yeah, okay, we're starting to kill these hunters now. Look. As long as I don't run out of men before they do, we'll be good.
Half our force remains.
50, 40. Okay, they're dying. They're dying, although so are we. It'll be fine. Could possibly go wrong. Okay, come on. Just kill these Skal warriors. Making a real push for it now. Break through, my legions. Onwards to the archers! Okay, we got caught in against some hunters there. We're killing the rest of them. God, they pretty much decimated our own unit, our own general. Where actually is our general? Is he actually still alive? Yeah, there he is. Trying to kill a Skal warrior. Hopefully he doesn't actually get killed by him now. It'd be unfortunate, wouldn't it? Okay, we're starting to push on now. Well, one man is. One man's gone really bold. Charge! Oh no! Okay, he was too brave. He was a foolish legionary. Okay, you guys can cease fire. Cease fire. Two. One. Dead. Whew. Okay, there we go. Oh, he's even got a little silver rank now. We've leveled up our general nicely. As we are now pretty much pushing on to the final group. There we go. And we're just basically cutting them down now. Not really a lot left of them, just the hunters.
By St. George!
We've captured the square. We're still by St. George. That's a little bit of a medieval too. I'm not sure St. George is actually in the the Elder Scrolls world. There we go. Just die.
Of Christendom will be by
well, we have actually found. I don't think they mean Christendom. I think they actually mean the Nine will be awed by all the victory we've won here today. But there we go. We actually managed to capture first, and that is our first actual campaign map victory. Oh dear, that was quite actually a surprisingly hard fought fight. The blessings of Sheer-Gorath. God, Sheer-Gorath was a nutter in that game. In the Shivering Isles. Cool. Well, that is one settlement under our control as we start to try and dominate this island, basically.
I'll make sure the Emperor himself hears
Are
of
they
all
happy
your
or unhappy? Let's just exterminate them. Always seemed to be the best way before. Well, we took a lot of casualties there. Let's start to get that little settlement look back at improving. So, we've still got a little bit more, actually a fair bit more to conquer on this island, because I think we've still got some more rebels up over this other side than what we've got in the way of possible reinforcements. Maybe send some light legionaries forwards. Not we've really got that many troops left on this island, but still.
the glory of the Empire. The Legion has
So
stepped
there's the Skull village.
Wasn't long before I
Goodness,
saw more of the world
quite a few of them there.
What is it? The Legion has stepped in to keep order. Imperial business.
Yeah, basically, that is the last standout on that island. So if we can break that, then we will break that island, which is kind of what we're aiming to do. Further down south, they're all okay. Let's get our legionaries marching forwards wherever they've gone. Imperial City, legionaries.
Our mission is to serve the Emperor, uphold the
Continue
law,
marching.
and protect the citizen.
These are our much more elite, proper Imperial legionary cohorts. These should do a good job as we get over here and kind of try to attack the rebels at Aldmeric. Should be able to seize that little fortress there, hopefully relatively easily. It's just our messages about killing them. The junctions of stands a fortress built a long time ago. What secrets if we capture Fort Dawnguard, sorry. Interesting. So there's a kind of an awful lot going on in this world. I kind of wanted to keep this video relatively short, although we're still kind of well over 20 minutes already, so not really that short. But I was thinking about actually doing like a bit of a campaign on this. If that's something you'd be interested in, do let me know down below. I would certainly recommend going and checking out this mod. It's really quite easy to install. It's about a 4 gig download, something like that. And it really completely transforms the Medieval 2 map. And if like me, Medieval 2 is your favourite game, this really feels like an extension to that. And it's a really cool mod. I certainly recommend you go and check it out. Anyway, that's all I've got time for today. So be sure to let me know what you think about this in the comments down below. Subscribe to the channel for a load more Elder Scrolls content. And I shall see you guys all on the next video.